Hi, I'm Roshni Rainbow. I'm an assistant professor in the Mechanical and Materials Engineering Department at Queen's University. Like many of you, I love science, and I've always been interested in how little things come together to create larger structures. So for example, take Legos. They're small little blocks that you can click together to make big structures that have specific functions and can be very complex. The human body is no different. In our body, we have living pieces called cells, and cells come together to create tissues, which are the different parts of your body that can have different functions and structures and that allow us to do all kinds of things. So in my lab, we're interested in studying how cells come together. So specifically, what are the different chemical and mechanical things that are happening when cells are forming into tissues? In my lab, we study tissue engineering. And so our goal is to create new tissues from cells in the lab and someday use those in people's bodies where they need help with a damaged tissue or a diseased tissue. The tissue we study is cartilage. Cartilage is the tissue that resides in your joints. So say if you have your elbow, for example, you have your forearm and you have your upper arm, and they meet in the middle at your elbow. And those two bones actually meet and they line up like this. And in between that lining up is the cartilage. So it's called articular cartilage. And so what it does is it allows these two bones to move against each other. So when you bend your elbow, for example, you've got these two bones moving against each other. That cartilage is super slippery. It's slippery, more slippery than ice, 10 times slipperier than ice on ice. And so it allows these two bones to move really nicely and allows them to glide really nicely when you're moving. If you didn't have it there, it would actually hurt a lot because you'd have these two bones which are really rough, rubbing against each other when you're moving. And so cartilage, when it's damaged, unfortunately, unlike other tissues in your body, it doesn't heal. And so as a result, that damage is going to cause a lot of pain when you start moving your tissues or your bones against each other. So the cartilage is damaged and now it's going to hurt when you start moving those two bones. And so as you damage your cartilage, it doesn't heal and it gets worse over time. So a lot of people as they age will get arthritis, which is a disease of the cartilage, which means basically your cartilage will become damaged and then it hurts when you move your bones. And so what we study is how cartilage naturally forms, and we want to engineer it someday because we want to make sure that we can help people who damage their cartilage because it can't heal on its own. And so what we're really interested in is how these cells actually come together and the shapes that they take and the different forces while they're moving and trying to create the shape of cartilage. Are they producing different chemicals that is causing them to do what they do? And so that's what we really study in my lab. And the goal is, like I said, one day to help people by engineering them new tissues so that we can help them repair the ones that are damaged in their bodies.